Hey everyone, welcome to this video. I'm going to show you today how I get ready again fully from no makeup to all makeup. And I'm going to do 3 separate segments. So I'll be stopping and pausing so that if you just want to see eyes, you can just see eyes. And if you want to see how I contour, you can do that, and then lips as well. By the end, we should have a full face. And today I'm going to focus on one of my favorites is a copper rose shimmer, and I've been dying to show you guys how Shadowsense works, so I'm going to focus on that today. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my face ready, and so I have been obsessed with the light tinted moisturizer that Senegence has. And so for me, it comes in light, medium, and dark. I'm light, obviously, so I'm just going to go ahead and squirt just a bit on there so that you can see that's on my fingertip, and then I'm just gonna put that all on my face, and you can already see that it's giving me some coverage. So if you were not a full foundation get ready type of girl, then this would be your ideal product, but it just kind of smooths out any of those fine lines, and already that looks better than what it did like 10 seconds ago. After that, then I'm going to use my foundation, and for me, I use cream beige foundation. If you need a color match, message me and I can help you with that. And I'm going to use my buffing brush, and it's just a flat top brush. Love it. And I'm just going to do like 1.5 pumps of that, and then here's how I do it: dab, 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 dab. And then I'm just going to kind of take the brush lightly and just kind of smooth that all over my skin and work that in. And you're going to see this buffing brush is just by Sephora. It's nothing super fancy, but I find that it just gives you more of a flawless look with an airbrush finish. And I'm just going to kind of smooth that on my neck, and you can kind of see already like any sort of uneven skin tones have kind of been evened out by using this foundation. I actually love this foundation. I've tried a lot of different ones. Sephora has color matched me with different ones, but this one's my favorite. And I'm pretty serious about my makeup products. So once this kind of all blends in, you can kind of see like it's smoothed out, kind of gives a glow. Then you kind of have that finish that I'm looking for. Then what I'm going to do is, we came out with these new concealers, so I'm going to show you today. So I have with me the light concealer, and I kind of take that and I put it in with some of the white. So these new concealers, if you don't have one, you need one, message me. And I'm gonna mix it with the white because I'm very pale and fair. So the light matches my skin tone perfectly, but I'm gonna do a bit of a contour and do a bit of a highlight piece. So in order to do that, I'm gonna mix it with the white. So I kind of just take just a dab of the light, and then I'm gonna take the white. And I could have done this on the back of my hand, I guess, might have been better for you guys to see. But I just kind of take that much of a white, and then I kind of just mix them together on my hand so that you can kind of see. And I'm going to mix that up, and it's going to give me a lighter color. And then I'm just going to take my finger and just kind of smooth that out and go underneath my eyes. And what I love about our concealers, that Senegence just came out with not too long ago here, is that they are also waterproof, smudge proof, budge proof. And so once they go from that creamy finish to that set piece, you're good, and you kind of get that flawless piece. So if you have any sort of problem areas, you'll want to kind of dab those as well. And if you like more of a highlight, then obviously just mix some more white in. So what I mean by that is, just for me, if you really want like 2 shades lighter than your skin tone when you're highlighting, so all you need to do is take a bit more white and kind of just put it in there, and I'll just even that out. and then just kind of go in. Now, I use my finger, other people use brushes. Just for this piece, I'm gonna go over it with a brush and you'll see, but for me, I just kind of want it to set there, so I have that there. If you've seen me, I use Mocha Java a lot for contouring, and it's still my favorite. I tried the dark concealer, but it was just a bit orangey for my skin, so I'm still gonna stick with Mocha Java for now, but I do have a darker foundation coming on the way, and I'm gonna try that as well. But for Mocha Java, I just try to take it here and go dot, 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 line, 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 and a dot here, and right at the top of my forehead line. Doesn't have to be pretty, because we're gonna mix it all in. Once I do that, I take kind of an angled fluffy brush, and because this is a cream to powder, I kind of just make that line, it's a harsh line that I continue with, and I kind of just make that line, and I kind of do that with it. And I do the same thing over here, because I kind of just want to, I actually want the line, the harsh line, and then we're going to use the buffing brush to blend everything together. I also do a bit, because there's a little bit of excess on my brush, so I just do my jawline there. Not too much, but just enough. Then what we're going to do is go back to that buffing brush that we had, and I'm just going to blend all of that in. And that's really going to set the foundation for my face. Give it a good canvas. I don't mind going over my eyes, because that's kind of sets in our shadows that we're going to use a little bit later as well. So as you can see, we're kind of just blending everything, and that harsh line that was there just a minute ago is now no longer there. And you kind of just want to make sure, on this part, you definitely want to make sure that you blend a lot, otherwise you'll be able to see, and other people will be able to see the lines that you previously had. So I'm just going to take that, and I do circular motions when I'm blending along my cheekbone here, underneath my cheekbone I guess I should say, and then underneath the chin. I just kind of use circular motions everywhere to achieve that look that I'm going for. And that's just going to kind of highlight your face in the areas that you want. But look at that concealer, like there's no creasing whatsoever. And it's kind of just giving you that finished look. Okay, so I think that's good from a blending piece for me. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is also take my blush. So I have been loving terracotta, and I'm still going to use it today. And here's how I do it. I just kind of take my finger again and squirt just the smallest amount, so just a pea size amount, and I just do 2 dots here and 2 dots there, and I might just want just a little bit more on this side, but really just kind of looks like freckles. And then I'm just going to take an angled fluffy brush again, and I'm just going to blend that in circular motions all the way up to kind of my hairline, I guess, about, and kind of blend that in. Look how beautiful that color is. Lots of different ones, but for me today I'm going to do this. And that kind of sets the tone for blush. Okay, so there's that. Last but not least, before we get to eyes, is if you don't have this translucent powder, you've got to get it. It's amazing. It sets your face, and it just gives you that finishing touch. So I'm just going to tap it lightly, and I get powder right away at the top of my brush. See that? And then I'm just going to go across my T-zone. You can see it kind of go across, and it kind of just sets your makeup for an even longer look than what you had previously. And I'm using just the light, but there's a bronzing one and a colored one, etc. Now, some people have asked me, oops, I got a hair there. Some people have asked me, what are tips and tricks about this? So this here will come unscrewed right at the middle. I wasn't getting a lot of product coming out like you just saw where I was tapping. You'd have to like bang it on the table. So here's my tip for you. unscrew it, take a toothpick. There's a sponge applicator right in the middle here. Just take a toothpick and stick some additional holes in it, and then your powder is gonna come right out so quick and awesome, and then you're really gonna love it. I almost gave up on this until I did that. So if you have it and you haven't been using it, do that and you'll love it. Okay, so now my face is set and we're gonna move on to eyes. So I'm gonna pause here and I'll be back in just 2 minutes. Thanks. Okay, hey guys, so now we are gonna do my eyes. So far on my face, I've used cream beige, I've used the light tinted moisturizer, I've contoured with Mocha Java and light concealer with white, and now we're just gonna focus on eyes. So here we go. I am so excited to share this with you guys. So I already kind of have like some of the concealer, etc. So I normally would do like Candlelight as a primer on my eyes, but I already have a primer going on. So I'm gonna get right to it, and I'm actually gonna start with Pinkposey, and I'm gonna take Pinkposey on the tip, and this is a cream to powder look. So I'm just gonna take this in the crease of my eye and kind of go like this and just kind of do a U, okay? And it's wet still right now, so you can blend it really awesomely. And then I'm just gonna take that and kind of blend that in, windshield wiper motions, and kind of just get that all over my eye. And I'm just using a fluffy, I guess, angled brush to do that with. And you're kind of just going to want to get it all over, because this is just going to be what we're working with today. We're going to do rose gold and Pinkposey and copperroseshimmer just go awesomely together. So you're just going to blend that out, and it's already setting to the powder. And here's what Shadowsense does. Shadowsense is cream to powder, and then it sets for the entire day, like just like Lipsense. So that for me is awesome. Like, it's not going to transfer, it doesn't smudge or budge. So there we go. That's kind of what we're working with. Then I'm going to take Sandstone Pearl Shimmer. I don't know if it's going to focus on that, but Sandstone Pearl Shimmer. And I'm just going to place that as a highlight now, because I'm going to do a bit of blending with that as well. And so right underneath your eyebrow, okay, is where that's going to go. And we're going to use that later on as well, so hang tight for that. And then I'm just going to take a small little flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to kind of pat that, because if you do the windshield wiper motion, it blends out more and you get less color. But I really want this sandstone to pop, so I'm just going to kind of pat that, and then we're going to go over it again with the big fluffy brush, that's how I'm going to call it, but your eyeshadow brush, and just kind of blend that out. Okay, so now you can kind of see that we have a highlight happening, and then I always want to make sure everything's blended, so I'm just going to take this like super fluffy eyeshadow brush, and then I'm just going to kind of blend that. So already, I mean, if we just did this, we'd be set for the day. But I like a little, we're going to do some copper rose. Okay, so there we have that. Now we're going to go in with copperroseshimmer. And this is a super gorgeous color. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do this over my lid. Look how awesome that color is. This will make every eye color pop, I think, like especially blue green, but like for brown as well, you could totally rock this. Okay, so I'm going to take that, then I'm going to go back with that fluffy brush and kind of just, I want this to stand out a bit, so I'm just going to kind of go in a bit like this and just pat there. And then once you have that, it's kind of set. Look how awesome, like that's gorgeous. I love it. I love it. You need copper rose in your life. I'll be doing another video where I do copper rose and denim, because today we're going to do all just rose gold as the theme, but stay tuned because I love to do just copper rose sandstone with denim as an accent. and denim is a blue color, and it's woo, awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go in and do an accent color with garnet. And so here's how it's gonna work. I'm just gonna wipe the excess off, and I'm just gonna place like kind of like dots just on the outer corner of my eye, maybe a bit more there. And I'm just gonna place that there. And then I'm gonna go in with kind of a blending eyeshadow brush, and I'm gonna bring it out a bit more to not the very top, but just the middle of my eyelid, and bring that out. And then again on this side, so that you can see I'm kind of just going back and forth and also taking it in to out and out to in. Sorry, the camera refocused there. Didn't know what I was doing for a second. Okay. And then you kind of have a bit more of a dramatic look if you like. And if you keep blending, then you'll have more of that. You'll have less of a dramatic look. Okay, so I do take the excess usually. So what I'm gonna do is, I have this little angled shading brush, if it focuses on it. So what I'm gonna do is take that copper rose again and just get some on the end of my brush. So see that there? And so there's just a tad, and I'm just gonna kind of go underneath my eye a bit and bring that down to the middle and just kind of shade that, blend it a bit so that you have a more all coppery look. Okay, and then that kind of does it for eyes. The only thing I will do is I just want to blend the outer piece a bit more, so I'm just going to kind of go back and forth with my brush really lightly, and then kind of do that. Then we're going to go into the middle, into the crease, sorry, the inner corners with sandstonepearlshimmer. So I just kind of do this and that, and then I'm going to take that flat brush again. Where did it go? There we go. And I'm just gonna, I also bring it just in a bit. Okay, so just kind of pat it and just kind of bring it into the corner of your eye, the crease. Okay. And then I just kind of take any excess and kind of just go over that brow bone again. And that is rose gold. Now for me, I want a bit more of that shimmery look on my lid, so I'm just gonna go to back over one more time. And the wonderful thing with Shadowsense is it's buildable, so it's already set the first layer, and now I'm gonna build on that layer. And I'm just gonna take, because I want this to really stand out, I'm just gonna take my flat brush and just lightly pat. I mean, come on, how gorgeous is this coppery color? You need this. Okay, it's such a beautiful fall color as well. Okay, so those are the eyes. And then I'm gonna do a bit of a liner with Onyx. So if you like just kind of more of a natural look, put on your mascara and you're good to go. If you I still like to have my eyes pop a bit more, so I'm gonna take Onyx. And I always do my waterline. This will be interesting because I'm doing it on a phone camera instead of just in a mirror. So bear with me. And then this side as well. But look how easy that goes on with Shadowsense. Like, I don't know any other liner, and I've tried a lot, that go on that easy. And it's gonna stay like that, which is awesome. Then I'm gonna take this little eyeliner brush, and it's angled, and it's perfect to give you kind of a wing. So if you love doing a wing, then this is kind of the type of brush that you're gonna want. And so I just kind of take the excess from, this is Onyx Black Shadowsense, and I just kind of take that and get that all in there. And then what I'm gonna do is start, and this one I'm probably going to look in the mirror for. So I'm going to start from the outer corner, and I'm just going to do a line, and then I'm going to do a double line over top, and then you just see it come across. Now, if you're not comfortable doing that, I'm going to give you a tip. I've done this on a previous video as well. So for beginners, or if you're not comfortable as to where to start the line, just do your normal, like what I'm doing right now with eyeliner. So start from the inner corner, go out, and then just kind of make your line from there. Okay, that's my tip. So I'm going to do a bit more just to fill that in. And this, okay, so I actually have tried actual eyeliners, but I am really just super obsessed with this. Now it looks like I got like a little hair there, so I'm just going to go and take this blending brush and smooth that out. Perfect. Okay, so one eye done, one eye half done. Okay, so let's finish up the other eye. And again, I'm just gonna take the excess on my Shadowsense and get this brush super soaked in it. Then it's done. Okay, look how blue my eyes look. I'm sorry, but like this is awesome. Okay, this eye is not as easy for me to do. There's always that one. So I'm gonna start from there, and I'm just gonna start with the tip and kind of just make my line, and then I can go across. Okay, so you're all seeing that. Okay, and then, where did I put that? There we go. And then I'm just gonna get a bit more product on there and finish off this eye. And I just want to make that line a bit more smooth out from the wing to my eye. So there we go. And I bring it in like that and kind of out. Okay, so there is the eyeliner now. Now, what you really want with your wings is almost like this line continues up. So see, this one continues up and out, continues up and out. Now I feel like this could have went out a bit further just to match, so I'm just going to do that quickly. Okay, but now you have perfect wings. Okay. Then after that, I'm going to also use the Lash Sense with Undersense. And here's what it looks like here. And I'm using the dual end one, so there's Undersense on this side and Black Lash Sense on this side. The Undersense is what gives you full dramatic eyes, and it's a gray color. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna kind of put that underneath your lash and coat them so that they look gray. Okay, lashes, see how they're going gray? I'll go in closer for you. Okay, so you really want to just coat them with gray. And I'm just going to kind of wiggle back and forth and kind of just go slowly to roll. Because the more Undersense you have, the more dramatic full lashes, long lashes you're going to have. Okay, so same on this side. You kind of just want gray to be all over your lashes. Now, the secret to Undersense, well, I'm giving you away the secret right now. So you don't want it to dry completely before you apply the next coats, okay? So you want it to dry a bit to set, and so that you're gonna build on it. So just like your eyeshadow, you're gonna build with that. So I'm gonna go back over with a second coat. And you can do as many coats of Undersense as you want to get the most dramatic, voluminous, lovely eyelashes you have ever seen. For this video, we're gonna do 2. Okay, so once we have those 2, I want it to dry a bit. I don't want it to dry completely, but I want it to be kind of tacky is the best word I've used to describe it. So not wet, not dry, but in between that. So in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do my bottom lashes with the black Undersense. Yes, I've bent my wand. It's just easier for me to do that. I just kind of like in the thing, bent it, and then it came out like that. It's just, I find it easier and you're not going to get excess on it to do that. So I'm just going to do my under lashes first. Whoops. And then I'll do my above lashes. Okay, so now that should be tacky enough dry that we can kind of go in and do that. And then you're just kind of gonna just apply your mascara like you normally would. And I do both downside roll and upside. And so I just find that having it bent makes it a bit better for me to use. You can do whatever you want. And then I'm just gonna go back and forth with my wand until I get a nice coat on there. I don't want to see any gray at all that's left from the Undersense. And I'm gonna do the same with this eye. And then I'm gonna do one more layer just to make sure that there's no gray left. And I had made an oops before, but there we go. That'll clear that up. Nobody's perfect, right? Okay, so once we go over that, look at those eyelashes. Like, look, though you saw my lashes. So there is a finished eye, and here is gonna be the other eye. And look at that, like, my blue of my eyes are standing up so awesome. So take a look, sandstone pearl with copper rose, garnet, and there are my eyes. Okay? Last but not least, lips. I'm gonna do something that a lot of you have been requesting for me to do, and this is the first time I'm gonna try it. So we're gonna do 2 pink champagne. So pink champagne Lipsense, and you want to make sure that your lips are completely dry. And you want to make sure that whatever color you're using, you have a thin layer. So you're going to do one thin layer, and I'm going to try and do this slow for everyone. And you're going to go across your lip like that. That's one layer. And then I'm going to do the same with the top. Across. And lighter colors are way more forgiving. Okay, that's one layer. Then you want it to dry because I can feel it still wet, and you want it to dry in between. You're going to do 3 layers. We're going to do 2 layers of pink champagne and 1 of fireopal, which I just got in. And then we'll do some gold glitter gloss because that's the look that everybody's been asking for. Okay, so here's 1 layer, and then here's the 2nd layer. And you want to make sure, like you saw me, I did my waterline like in here and covered it, because a lot of people forget that, and then as it goes on throughout the day, you're not going to have any color on your waterline left, and you want that. So right now you can see 2 layers of pink champagne, and then I'm going to open this fireopal brand new, break the seal on it. Make sure you shake every time, and then we're going to pull this out and we're going to see what happens. Oh wow, I like it. Look at that. Okay, you guys were right. This is awesome. Okay, so you're seeing 2 pink champagne, 1 fireopal, and now that it's drying, it's almost dry, a little bit longer, but just look at that. Like, this is an awesome look for like doing just more of a bit of a dramatic eye and then popping it with that color. Gorgeous. Okay, and then gold glitter gloss. Oh man, this, like, my heart is beating so fast because this is what makeup does to me. My husband will be like, why? But I love makeup so much. And when there's an awesome color, like, look at this. This is so gorgeous. And there you have it, ladies. Full Senegence face, copper eyes. Look at that. I love it. And pink champagne, fire opal, and glitter gloss. You don't need glitter gloss if you just want a plain glossy, go with it. But who doesn't like a little glitter and sparkle in their lives? Have a great day, ladies. Stay beautiful.